Hey friends, we'll be back into this video with OSP Pro. On this video, we are still learning Jquery, and on this video, I'm going to be explaining to you something new called Jquery Selectors. Remember, I showed you previously how I added up my jQuery onto my page, and I used something called my offline kind of version which I downloaded, and I showed you guys on where you can get jQuery if you want to use the same of mine. This is what you have to do. Go straight to Google and do this, or you go to jquery.com and then just download jQuery if you want to use this of mine, or if you want to use the very version I'm using, then just just add this code straight. If you're not seeing, just add the code straight so that that's the code I'm using. So you just do that so that you can get a chance to to utilize this and learn with me. Expect you guys who have joined OSP, one of us OSP online courses, always online courses.osppro.com. So this is a complete free course, and I hope you guys will always be free at OSP Pro, because I love it you guys to learn. Then on advanced courses, I'll also make advanced courses for jQuery, where I shall even make any real applications. Now on this video, without wasting time, you guys, if you have not yet happened to subscribe to my YouTube channel, utilize this chance and subscribe to my channel so that each time I make a video, you're always going to be notified and you'll get a chance to learn with me each time I make a video. You'll always get to know what is going on at OSP. Then all you guys, I like my channel now, comment below and share my videos to your friends so that they can always get a chance to learn like you. There are many people outside there who want to learn too, but they don't know where to learn from. I think if you happen to share this channel to them, they may also get the best, because if you also join even OSP known as online courses.osppro.com, which are going to put a video link on this video, will also give them a chance to learn in an organized way, because I create a playlist for the videos. If it is jQuery, you get jQuery. If it is CSS, you get CSS. If it is HTML with CSS, you get that. If it's PHP, you get that. So that's what I'm trying to do, to organize my videos in the way that when anyone who wants to learn them can definitely get to know what is needed. Now, without wasting time, I'm just going to show you guys some few things today on this video. Like I've said previously, we are going to learn something called Jquery Selector. Now, Jquery Selector is a very, very good element that we need to talk about with. It's a very good thing to talk about with, because it's a what really we need to know how to use. So a selector helps us to select and manipulate one as HTML element. Now, selectors are used to find or to want us to select or something like that. And they're based in their names, like maybe ID. If I want to pick someone's name, I want to pick a class, or the types of that given element, or the attributes, or the value of attributes. Something like based on that. Like for instance, we can use something called the CSS selectors, and on the addition, maybe something like that. Now, what you have to also know that all the selectors in jQuery start with a dollar, dollar sign. Like I've said earlier, anything in jQuery, and as long as the selector will start with a dollar sign, you get? So don't confuse that. For instance, I'm going to just write for you some few code here. We are going to write a button that when button is clicked, I give an element with the element P or ID, P or whatever. It should maybe show, or it should be hidden. You get? When the document is done with the loading, we want that button, when someone click it, something should happen. Like for instance, I may try to simply say button here, and I say maybe click me or try me. Let me just simply say something like this. Now this, I'm going to create a select on it. Now this is the button, and I want, when someone has clicked on it, I want some event to happen. I don't even put ID there, you get? And I want to just come down here on my element. I can also write maybe a paragraph, and I'm going to use lorem so that for simple understanding of you guys. Now there's no confusion here. This is just a simple button of ours, and this is just a simple paragraph in a simple term. If I just load this page on the browser, you should get something familiar to this. This is a button called try, and I think you can see I didn't give any type, like property, like maybe is it going to be a submit button or whatever button. So I just designed my simple stuff like that. You guys, you can go further if you want to use it. You can add their CSS, blah blah, coloring, can add their bootstrap, whatever. But that's not my point today. My point today is to make you guys understand how to start using jQuery. Okay, now on simple term, if that's the case, and that's what you have done, this is the button. So I want, when I click here, this element to hide. You get? To do something like that, I just need to go back on my page and add something called a selector property. I remember showing guys select on the previous video, though I want to explain it further so that you don't get lost. Like for instance, I said whenever you use a selector option or selector into our jQuery, we always need to start with a dollar sign. And on the other way around, we write something called document. Sorry, it will be document. This is dot ready. When the document is done with the loading, we need the function, jQuery function, to take place, to take, in my program. So that's how you write it. $document.ready, so I want the function that to happen. Now this time around, I'm going to talk to the button, that button. So each time you want to talk to the button, you also write the dollar sign, and this is a button name. So just write the name of that button, and that's the button name. So what do I want? I want when I click on that button, what should happen? Now here, I'm only using one button. Don't be confused. If you have more than two buttons, you have more to two, please members, don't try to use this. I repeat, don't use button to be the selector for your element if you have more than two buttons. Otherwise, it will hide all elements inside the button, for instance, if they also contain a P or paragraph somewhere. So simply said button dot click. When someone click, I need an element, a function also to happen there. Sorry, I need a function to take place there also. So and that function that I want to be inside there, that when the button's clicked, fine. What should happen? I also need a selector this time around. The selector I'm going to be using is a paragraph P. So what do I want? I want it to be hidden. You get? So this only works if you only have one button and a paragraph P in one page. Otherwise, if you do the same method in all pages, trust me, you'll get an error. And please don't tell me that I didn't teach you well. So I've informed you. Allah, thank you. So if I just rotate our page again and I click on this button, those elements should be hidden by default. And if I refresh, the page goes back, and then I click there. I think you can also see the impact. Now this is one way button. If you click back, it can never show back that page. So I'll show later on in the advanced way a little bit on how to play around with those stuffs. So I think you guys can see when I just click there. And remember the good thing with the jQuery, there's no page loading. The page just picks those contents and pops it down for us without loading up the page. You get? Now there's also a jQuery property which you'll learn later on. Like now, how many minutes do you want it to load? You see, it just hides very fast. We can also understand later on that, but I can also show you by now. I'm not a very mini guy. I can just also give you down. For instance, if I make with the 1000 second, which means just 1 second, because that's 1000, milliseconds. So I want to load by that. So when I do that, you see, it hides by that given time frame of 1 second. By 1 second, that's when then it can hide in our page. So guys, thank you for watching this video using jQuery Selector with this simple example I've shown you guys. If you find this video interesting, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my channel to your friends, and like this video I've just no, and please don't forget to comment. And you guys who want to give me support, you can always go to I'm going to leave a link on video description. You go straight to onlinecourses.ospro.com so that you can give a support to OSP so that you can always now buy for me coffee if you want to do so. So thanks for watching this video. Love you all. Thank you.